The Nintendo GameCube, the purple lunchbox, the console with the tiny discs that were solely to prevent piracy because Nintendo are paranoid little boys. One of my childhood consoles, and just like a lot of things in childhood, you get to see other people have the video games you want, but you never get to play them. But as an adult, you get to do the things you want to do, and this is me doing that, playing the games on my childhood consoles that I missed out. This is a reboot of the GameCube completion series that I used to do, where I'm going to go through as many of these GameCube games or any games from my childhood that I missed out on and play them until I feel satisfied, I feel completed. And with that, today we're playing Mario Party 4. And Mario Party is an important one because I would go to like EB Games, Rhino, GameStop. And for the youth of the world, by the way, those are stores that you would walk into and they would have physical copies of games that you would buy for your consoles and they would sell it to you. Sometimes it'd be used at a reduced cost. But Nintendo, for anything that had Mario or Sonic in it, the used version of that game was only $5 cheaper. So I never actually got to play most of the big GameCube games because we had a rule in my house because we grew up with 11 adopted children.
It's a big family.
So we had a $20 strict budget, and anything over that meant you had to trade in a used game. And that meme about GameStop being like, oh, you traded me 72 games, here's 2 nickels and a punch in the throat. Very true. Very, very true. I very rarely traded in games. So I just acquire a bunch of $20 games. So Mario Party 4 was not in my roster. Plus, I wasn't really allowed to have friends over to my house because again, there were 11 kids, 10 other ones. There were always 6 in the household at a time. That's too many children to deal with to have friends involved too. So I'd go over to other friends' houses and play Mario Party with them. They'd have 5, they'd have 6, but they never had 4. So I always wanted to play this. But it's not like Mario Party 4 is the best Mario Party game to begin with. Because you got story mode, right? And story mode is just you pick a lad and you play 6 total single player games on all of the boards of Mario Party, 15 turns, and you get some presents. Beat the board leader in a mini game and you achieve your present and you pick your character. And I pick, obviously, Fat Mario, aka Wario. And all of Wario's presents just make him look like a divorced dad. You cannot convince me otherwise. He's got a little Matryoshka doll that he got as a gift from his ex-wife. He's got a motorbike. He's got a lazy chair. It's just screaming divorced dad energy. It's probably who you got the game from, if I'm being honest with you. And you have to go through story mode to unlock the 6th board, which is fighting Bowser. And so I'm going to talk to you about the boards of Mario Party now, and I'm going to use my single player footage to talk about my experience playing it with my friends, because I'm going to be real. Real to you, to me to you. I lost a lot of the footage of me and my friends playing it because I was fiddling around trying to get the best type of footage. And sometimes when you strive for perfection, you get nothing. And that's what happened to me. So some of these you're just going to have to tap, trust me, bro, on. So let's get into it. Board number 1. Toad's Midway Madness. And honestly, as I'm recording this video, it's probably what you've been seeing a lot of because again, story mode footage. That's probably what I'm using. And Toad hits you with a Yahoo, Yippee, or whatever. He's happy that you're there, but you will not be happy that you're here. Well, correction. 3 out of 4 of the players playing the game will be happy that you're there. And you're asking me, why do you say that, Isaiah? Well, the main gimmick of Toad's Midway Madness is only what I've lovingly called the Cuck Cups, which are these cups that surround the starting area and another area of the board. But the starting area ones are the most important ones. Everyone's going to pass by them, and they change direction which way you can go, left and forward, and they alternate. So that means 2 people are going to go forward and go back and around the loop at the starting area, and then another person is going to end up going left, and the other person is going to stay watching in this circle as everyone else plays the game. And on a 20-turn board, somebody will get stuck in this loop basically forever, and occasionally a star will will spawn there. And every time what has happened is a star will spawn there, somebody will use an item called a magic lamp and show up at the star and then magically roll higher than the person who's been stuck in this square of awfulness. And then that's just your game experience, is running in a square and watching your friends play the game, and then they come back to the square and beat you from running out and escaping the circle. It's awful. It's so awful. It's a 1-star board that they rated in difficulty, and it's a 1-star board for fun, man. Oh, it's so rough. Next, we're going to talk about Shy Guy's Jungle Jam, which, if I'm being honest with you, is just like the bare bones Mario Party board of Mario Party 4. Nothing really bad happens in Shy Guy's Jungle Jam, but nothing really good happens either. Yeah, you can get to the other side of the board, and sometimes you can't because Shy Guys cry a little bit when they get sad, and they see you landing on a happening space, so you can't cross the river without taking a little raft, and that's the gimmick of the board, and that's it. That's all that this board has, and that's super duper boring. So I will use this time to talk about the other boring thing about this game, which is the small and big mushrooms. Small mushroom makes you move a 1 through 5 and makes you tiny and go through the little pipes. And big mushroom lets you roll 2 dice. Wow, awesome, 2 dice. But you can't interact with board events, so you can't get stars. You can't use boo. You can't do anything. So overall, both of these items kind of suck. At least the big mushroom lets you take 10 coins by squishing somebody along your path. But they are in too abundance in this game. So many mushroom spaces, and you can't get rid of items without using them. So you have to use these things, and every time you use them, it really, 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 really feels bad. And I don't like my items and my power-ups in games to feel bad, and that's exactly how it feels. So I want to feel good, and you know what makes you feel good? Gambling! Let's go! Goomba's Greedy Gala. Now this one is all RNG. 100% RNG. And yeah, you could pay Goomba a little bribe in the middle so he can be inclined to move you where the star is. But that's kind of for cowards. Just throw yourself to the dice gods, because Goomba will make you do it. Because even if you get to the right section, Goomba is there waiting for you to do one more check. You have to beat him in a dice roll. If you do beat him, you get 10 coins. But if you don't, you go right back to start. And it was so funny playing this with my friends and my wife, because my wife was getting so frustrated losing this Goomba check over and over again that she just started calling it a penis check. She was just like, penis check! And that's just what we started yelling every time it would show up. We'd just be like, penis check! And then we'd roll the dice. It's so funny seeing your friends get sent back to start. Arbitrary RNG check. It's so good. It's honestly the most fun board in this game, in my opinion, by far. Now look, it's Boo. He's having a haunted bash with all the pink Boos being invited, but oh no, they get spooked, and when they get spooked, they take their bridge with them. And it closes off a whole section of the map. This little shortcut, it's gone because they're not invited to the party anymore. So we're just gonna take the graveyard train all the way to this side of the map over and over and over again. Ride that train and ride it. And avoid these happening spaces. I don't even know what they do. I've never touched these happening spaces because the pink Boos never come back so much. Because it's never been beneficial to go get the pink Boos back in like playing this board like 5 or 6 times. But apparently these happening spaces, what they do is it brings a countdown for Big Boo to arrive, and Big Boo will steal coins from everyone for 15 and stars from everyone for 150. That's crazy. I didn't know that was real. I didn't know that that was a thing. But this board also really doesn't contribute much else to like a shock or ability factor. It's just a normal board of Mario Party. If you're just wanting to do normal stuff, play this board as well. And now we're gonna move to Koopa's Seaside Soiree. I hate this board, dude. I hate it so much. I never ever want to play this board. It's not even funny. It's not even anything. My least favorite thing personally in Mario Party is when the bank takes money from me.
We're the bank. It's our job to rob him.
When anything just takes money from me for no reason. reason whatsoever. Once I'm taxed in my video games, I get frustrated. And what's the gimmick of Koopa's Seaside Soiree? Well, there's actually two. The first one is these little ookies, these little monkey men, have a dilemma for you. You get to choose up and down, and then they'll throw a banana at you, and sometimes you slip and you go the opposite direction. A little bit of randomness, that's cool. But the other one is Koopa takes 5 coins from you every time you pass him, just like the bank used to do. And you're just getting robbed over and over again. But he's telling you you're investing into a seaside soiree. And when you land on the happening space and he's like, you get to come to the seaside soiree. And you're like, yes, I get my investment paid out, like the bank spaces in Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3. But no, you're just losing the amount of money that everybody put into this place. And now you're suddenly out 50 coins because you landed on a happening space. The only solace in this world is that Koopa gets his dreams crushed, absolutely crushed by a tidal wave, and he has to rebuild from nothing. And him rebuilding from nothing is him grifting you for 5 coins again when you pass by him. It's so unbelievably frustrating. And the last board's Bowser's Gnarly Party. Remember those cups from before? Just turn them up to 11 because these pathways have 3 people who have to pass by them before it switches direction. And it's a bigger circle, and if you roll low, you're going to get stuck in this circle over and over and over again. My man in the shadows, Ron, who helps me play these games, he got stuck in that beginning loop for like 15 out of 20 turns. It was absolutely absurd, this board, on a design principle alone. Kind of takes the fun away from you as a player. And yeah, sometimes you can duel Bowser in a mini game if you're Mega, and yeah, sometimes you can get lucky enough to have a Bowser suit and gain 50 coins, but those circumstances never came up. I played this board a couple of times with the homies, a couple of times by myself. Only either ended up being stuck in a loop, desperately running towards a star with no care in the world, or just played a normal board of Mario Party because I rolled high. Most Bowser boards in Mario Party are designed to not have a fun time, so this one just kind of makes sense. Now that I've talked about the boards and the boards are done and I never have to talk about them again for the rest of my days, I've completed all of the boards. I laughed with my friends. I had a blast with my friends. I've laughed with you. I've had a blast with you. We fought Goomba in some penis checks together. We got stuck in some cups. We fought Bowser, and I don't ever want to have to do any of it again, so I won't. So I'm going to talk about some mini games, specifically the top of each category of mini game for us, because I was initially going to talk about every mini game and run them all down, but that literally took like 15-20 minutes as I was writing the script, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to talk about that for that long. The boards only took like 10, especially because this is not a Mario Party channel. So top 4 Mario Party 4-player minigames voted by me and my friends for Mario Party 4 is number 4, Bomb on Breakers. Fun time every time we played it. There was just so much depth into this singular minigame. It's just funny being able to go into everyone's little zones and blow up each other's little combos that they're working on. It's super fun. Number 3 throw, even though it's just shooting hoops, and yeah, the people in the middle are at a disadvantage over the people on the edges. It was just fun playing basketball and getting the rhythm right every single time. Number 2, Mario Medley. And yes, this is a long minigame, and yes, some would say it is longer than Bomb on Breakers, and that is the reason why Bomb on Breakers was number 4, by the way. I never explained that to you, but that was just a really long minigame. But the fun factor of Mario Medley is the reason why this is much higher. Consistently, this was a competition, and everyone was striving to be better every time, and I love that in my minigames. At number 1, best Mario Party minigame of the 4-player minigames was Book Squirm. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's Book Squirm. Who doesn't like Book Squirm? It's a classic Mario Party minigame. It comes back all the time for a reason. Jump through the holes in the book. Enjoy yourself. You're welcome. Now, least favorite 4-player minigame goes to Avalanche. It was so hard to see and move properly in this game.
Because you're like old.
that my friend, my homie, my man in the shadows, Ron, got frustrated. He was just like, I'm done. Mario Party sucks. It's me losing because of luck and it's awful. He's kind of an unlucky dude to begin with. And he was like, oh, Avalanche. And I was just like, man, you gotta just be zen, chill. And I put on my sleep mask so I couldn't see. And I won the game of Avalanche without having to use my eyes. And if I could win a mini game without even having to see the mini game, it's not that fun. Now, top 1v3s. It's not that hard because we didn't like many of the 1v3s in the first place. Number 3 goes to Fish and Drips. It's fun clacking buttons fast. Number 2 was Hop and Pop. It was fun doing a little spinning jig and not being popped in a ball, and actually felt relatively balanced between the 1 and the 3. And the number 1 1v3 minigame was Money Belts. It was the most impactful coin minigame every time it came up, and we were laughing and having fun seeing people constantly fall off because they weren't paying attention because we all desperately needed money. And our least favorite 1v3 minigame is Making Waves because it genuinely felt unfair for the 1 and we couldn't figure out how the 1 should survive, so we didn't have fun because we couldn't clock buttons fast. Top 2 2v2 minigames. Do I need to even say it? There are 2 2v2 minigames that outweigh all the other 2v2 minigames, and it's Reverse-A-Bomb because it's Reverse-A-Bomb, and Dungeon Duos because it's the greatest Mario Party minigame of all time. They could be reversible and interchangeable to me and or to you, but they are amazing. The least favorite Mario Party 2 minigame for us was definitely Team Treasure Track. Not fun, not a blast, not good, not doing it. Don't ever want to play again. Minigame battle game time. Best battle game definitely was Trace Race for us because it was super fun. Big L for Butterfly Blitz. None of us liked it because it was hard for our old head brains to depth perception to see the correct butterflies to get them easily. Bowser mini games. I'm bad at darts at Doom. I hit the bullseye every time, so my friends never actually got to experience. Best one, I guess, would be Balloon of Doom because you gotta check your homies and bluff them to the best of their ability. As for the story mini games, I think the best one is Goomba's Chip Flip, and the worst one was probably the archaeological one. I don't even want to say its real name. And with that, that's the mini games. And I know you're thinking, if you've played Mario Party 4, what about the extra room stuff? It's not worth it for me. My personal sense of completion to go through all of that time to unlock all of that stuff. So we're going to talk about the final battle where you fight Bowser. And it's a large mini game where you do a couple slide puzzles, a little platforming, trap Bowser in a little triangle trap over and over again, and it's a little fun. And like all videos, I like to leave with a little bit of a lesson or thing that I learned about myself through the experience of playing this game. And that is to just know that sometimes video games will be frustrating. Whether it's a board, whether it's a dice roll that determines if you win or lose, or a mini game that is the core component for you to be able to win. Sometimes you just gotta let go of that control and experience the moment that is Mario Party to be able to truly have fun. Me and my friends had a blast playing through Mario Party 4. I had a blast making this video for you. Now we are moving on to Mario Party 5 in my household. Me and my friends get together about once a week and play some Mario Party. And dude, my friend John lost the hardest I've ever seen anybody lose in a game of Mario Party 5. So I am looking forward to talking about that shortly. And lastly, if you are new to my channel, either this one or entertainment, and you've never seen me make a long form video, especially after I split entertainment and gaming into 2 separate channels, I always end my videos the same way, and it's with this. It may not be word for word every time, but the sentiment will always be the same. If you liked the video, please leave a like down below to show me that you liked it. If you didn't, feel free to also do the same. If you have anything to add to the discussion of Mario Party 4, whether that's your favorite mini games, your favorite boards, or anything that you want to talk about and share with me, please comment it down below. If you have games that you want to suggest for me to play, feel free to put it in the comments, or sometimes I'll put polls of games games that I'm wanting to play, and you can decide from that. And lastly, if you want to see more from me, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And as always, I thank you very much for staying to the end of the video, because you did not have to, and I value your time very much, and I hope that I've earned the right to see you in the next video. Goodbye.